Hi gorgeous, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna do the Gujarati drape. Now, this is a drape that I've done with this exact same sari, and I will link that video for those of you who may not be pregnant, because I am 8 months pregnant, almost 8 months, and this video will be focusing on how to adopt the Gujarati drape so that it is comfortable, but also flattering with your bump. So let's get started. As always, let's iron the entire sari and then get draping. We're gonna do the pallu pleats, and with the pallu pleats, especially when you're pregnant and you have to cover a bump, you have two options. Either make a short pallu, which is what I'm gonna start with, and I'm gonna show you how to do that, or a really long pallu. That in-between pallu is not gonna look good with a bump, in my personal opinion. So I'm gonna use the exact same method that I use for all of my drapes, which is to decide on the width that I'd like of each pleat and then pick up the fabric and lay it over and continue that until the other side of the sari. Okay, so once you've done pleating the pallu, you wanna just put it over your shoulder and kind of decide how long you want the pallu to be. Remember that you're going to put a waist chain. I prefer to put a waist chain here so that it kind of holds all of the pleats in place. And to really ensure that the pleats don't move, I'm gonna iron this down so that it really just accentuates the bump and there's no extra puffiness because the pleats aren't ironed out. And then I've just moved the pallu up even more, and this is definitely the shorter version, so just past your bump. And again, you want to iron the pleats down in place so that there is no extra puffiness caused by the sari, and it's just covering your bump beautifully. All right, so I have my sari pleated and ready to go, but before I start draping, I just want to talk about the importance of undergarments. So I'm wearing the V-neck crop from Bhuva.com. Any crop will do. Just make sure that if you are pregnant, it's not too tight or restrictive. You want to be comfortable and you want to prioritize your comfort. And then the Saree Silhouette, I wear this in all of my drape videos, even before I was pregnant. And I think it's really important for comfort, but especially when you're pregnant, because you still have to tie the drawstring really tight. And you want to have that barrier between, your body, your bump, and the drawstring. So I highly recommend the Saree Silhouette if you're going to be wearing a sari while pregnant. So let's get started. All right, so you want to start the drape as you would any drape. You want to bring the sari around and take the pallu over your right shoulder. Okay, and then you want to just take the sari that's left and pleat it. Now, when you're pregnant, you're going to have a lot less sari to create pleats with, especially if you take a longer pallu. So I would say just take some super narrow pleats and not too wide. Okay, and the major difference between the Gujarati drape and the regular Navy drape is that your pleats should be going the other way. So instead of facing them to the left, you want to face them to the right. So I'm just going to flip them. And stagger. You can still stagger out your pleats so that they look nice and flared and beautiful. When you're happy with the pleats, you just want to pin them all together and then tuck them in. Once you're done the bottom of the drape, you want to fan out the pallu pleats how you like them. And if you've taken the time to iron them, this will go by really quickly. I highly recommend wearing a waist chain higher up so that it'll at least keep all the pleats in place. Now, the ironing together with the waist chain will really make sure that the drape looks neat and is comfortable while you wear it. And that's it. I've added a waist chain to really keep the pleats in place. Now, the pallu, I haven't fanned it out too much, so there is skin showing on both sides. If you're not comfortable with that and you want more coverage, definitely fan out your pallu even more so that there is more coverage. I like this look. I think it accentuates the body and the bump at the same time. And the Gujarati drape is a great way for you to wear the sari comfortably, but also adapt it to how much or how little skin you want to show. I hope this has been useful. If it has, give it a thumbs up. I'd love to know how far along you are. Congratulations to you, and thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in a future video.